But hey, welcome back to my channel, Lotus of Luz Divina. My name is Diego, and I'm going to be doing a reading on the Scorpio new moon. It is November 19th. I have some incense burning here, some dragon's blood incense. As always, we are divinely protected. No negative energy is allowed in this reading. As always, we are divinely protected, and any negative energy sent our way will be sent back to its original sender for the good of all and harm to none. Ooh, okay. Alrighty. Oh my god, I just opened my deck and look at the card that just came out. Death. Literally Scorpio. And I rarely use this deck that much. I like it, but I just don't use it that much. So the fact that this is the card that I felt called to, or the deck that I feel called to, and that's the first card. It's gonna be a good reading. Alrighty. So, Scorpio new moon. Scorpio, the sign of transformation, the sign of rebirth, the sign of hidden subconscious truths, also the sign of, I don't want to say fear, but it's also the sign of fixed the fixed unknown, I guess you can say. Think of like an ocean similar to Pisces, but I feel like Pisces is definitely very water based, kind of like the dream fantasy world. Think of like the Little Mermaid, Atlantis, kind of like very whimsical, very the beautiful side of the deep parts of the ocean. And I think of Scorpio like the abyss, like Finding Nemo with where it's super dark, it's really scary, and there's like hidden animals, hidden species that don't look the best, are kind of, they're a little ugly, they're kind of scary looking, but it's their world, and that's just a part of it, to them. They live in the deepest darkest parts of the ocean, and we are none the wiser. We just gotta let them be. That's their life, and I feel like that's a good way of experiencing Scorpio or characterizing it. Very much a sense of like the darker side of the deep parts of the ocean. And to me, Pisces is more like the whimsical side, the more beautiful, pretty side, I guess you can say. Not that Pisces in general doesn't have its dark sides, because of course it does, right? Like any sign. And just as much, Scorpio has its beautiful sides. Okay, so for this reading, I am asking upon insight from my guides, my spirit guides, my angels, my archangels, any and everyone who's here to guide us down the right path. For the collective, I want to ask any insight that you can provide me for this reading for the Scorpio new moon for the collective. Please feel free to do so. Only positive energy is allowed here, only beneficial energy as well. So sometimes not every reading is great, and some readings are negative, but if it's beneficial for us all, then that's what we need to hear. Okay, we are divinely surrounded by the divine white light of Source. Envision yourself in a bubble of pure light, pure protection. Okay, let's get into it. Yeah. All right, my guides. What message do you have for me for the Scorpio new moon? Thank you. Alrighty. Um, Interesting. We have the lovers coming out, but not the only card, of course. Um, Let me pause this real quick, because these fuckers. Okay, they calmed down a little bit. So, the Queen of Pentacles is our first card, followed by the Lovers, followed by the Three of Pentacles, followed by the Five of Swords, and then the Star. The Queen of Pentacles has the energy of Sagittarius, Saturn in Sagittarius, or Jupiter in Capricorn. With the Lovers here, we have the energy of Gemini. We have the energy of Capricorn Mars in Three of Pentacles. And then for the Five of Swords, we have the energy of Venus and Aquarius. And then the star is also ruled by Aquarius as well. So heavy, heavy earth and air sign, in particular Capricorn and Aquarius, and then a little bit of Sagittarius in there and Gemini. But overall, this is a very I don't want to say ground based reading, but very much not so much tied to the emotions, right? So the Scorpio new moon is basically going to focus on our finances and our thoughts and our current mentalities and the things that we're processing and the things that we're dealing with, right? On a s- on an intellectual or physical or tangible level. With the Queen of Pentacles here, we also have another Capricorn Mars. Oh, okay. So heavy emphasis on Mars and Capricorn. So wherever you have Mars, either Mars in your 10th house or Mars in Capricorn as well. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. Let's start with that. Queen of Pentacles is someone who is very grounded, someone who is very focused on keeping the balance in a physical way. Someone who is very focused on being financially stable, even grounded. Someone who is very much in tune with what the world needs and what it needs to maintain its stability and maintain its groundedness, right? Financially, this is somebody who's very intelligent with their money, and this is somebody who is a provider as well. uh Queen of Pentacles followed by the Lovers. I feel like this is going to be affecting your I don't want to this doesn't feel like a love reading even though the Lovers came out. I feel like it's going to be affecting your companionship with other people, because the Three of Pentacles is followed by that. I feel like the way you have been dealing with your companions, your acquaintances, or people around you who you care about in a very caring manner, not just like platonically, like someone that you have genuine care for, is gonna be involved in this reading. However, with the Five of Swords following the Three of Pentacles, it's very much a sense of harsh truths that will be revealed. I feel like during the Scorpio new moon, you're gonna realize a sense of of a reality check as far as the people that you're working with or the people that you're constantly in a team with. So someone that you're constantly dealing with on a day-to-day basis that is involved in a financial way. So this is somebody at your job. This is somebody. Hold on. Sorry. So this is somebody at your job. This is somebody who is basically surrounding you daily, daily, daily. This person either works with you to help you on a I don't want to say on a financial matter, but this is somebody who definitely is a part of your team on being able to keep you focused on your job, on your priorities, on your goals, and on your path towards success. Um, in order to maintain yourself as the Queen of Pentacles, you don't have to be a woman; you can be a man as well. But in order to maintain yourself as the Queen of Pentacles, you definitely have to have people, a support team. This is your support team. Um, the Five of Swords is telling us that there's a sense of resentment that hasn't been very much exposed yet, and I think with the Scorpio new moon, you're gonna realize that there's a sense of tension or even a sense of rudeness, especially with Mars and Capricorn, a sense of aggression that you're going to be surrounded by. And this is involving the people that you're working with or your support team. It may feel like a bit of a, I'm getting a backstabbing. It may feel like a betrayal of some kind, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they're betraying you. It's just this is something that you're not used to with these people or with this person. Your sense of I feel like the word reality check keeps popping up. So you're definitely, the way you see your situation with your work or with your current support system, it's not the reality of it. I feel like you're painting it in a much prettier picture when in fact there's a harsher, more um not so pretty, I guess, a harsher reality that isn't as pretty or isn't um as okay. So basically, the people that you work with, you may think that everything's nice and dandy. Everybody's working together, things are flowing, everything's working out very well. But the reality is there's hidden resentments or hidden truths that are not being exposed or not being told to you. And it's going to shatter your illusion of this really well-oiled machine of a support system that you have. And because you care about these people, it might feel like a bit of a sting to you. um it might feel like a bit of a, like I said, like a harsh reality check, like a harsh reality check that needs to be exposed in order for you to really see the reality of, like, oh my god, I didn't know this was going on. Like, why didn't nobody tell me? Well, guess what, this is the time that they're going to tell you. So this is followed by the star. The star tells us there's a bit of hope. And with the bit of hope that we have here, it's basically telling us that despite how you may feel, how defensive you may feel, or even rebellious, or even defensive your with the idea of how well everything is supposed to be going, almost like you may be a little bit against believing the reality of it. You're gonna be like, no, everything's actually working very well. Like, what are you talking about? No, there's no issues. No, there's not, no, there's no resentment here. Everybody gets along. What are you talking about? Like, the sense of like rebelling against the truth is gonna be a bit of a energy that you're gonna have to deal with. But considering everything, it really is, once you come to the acceptance of what the reality of the situation is, you're really gonna basically be okay. You're gonna feel good after. You're gonna feel like, oh my god, like, despite how much of a reality check this was, I feel like we're gonna be better for it. Like, I feel like we're all in true, genuine harmony right now. And I think it's really gonna allow yourselves to shine with your companions and with your support system, rather than feeling like rather than one person feeling like they're not getting enough recognition for their hard work, while other people are getting all this type of constant affirmations of how good of a job they're doing and how amazing they're doing. There's certain people in your team that are feeling a little bit left out. And this is somebody that you care for, but this is probably somebody who doesn't give you a lot of problems. This is somebody who is very much a team player, very much somebody who's like, no, like, I'm here to help. Like, we're all here to work. Like, let's do it. But it's very much a sense of like, you still have to recognize the hard work that they're doing. You still have to be uh you still have to show the support and verbalize it. You can't just um, assume that they know that they're doing a good job because you don't say it. Like, you have to be able to be comfortable enough to verbalize, like, hey, you did a good job. I just wanted to let you know. They don't have to do a good job at that moment for you to say it. You can just recognize it and be like, you know what? You have been doing a good job. I just wanted to let you know. You know? So I'm going to get a little bit of some clarification on the Five of Swords. Oh my god, I literally just got this. I literally just got my other deck. It says illusion. You are caught in stories and roles that no longer serve you. False identities cloud your sight. Begin peeling away the mask and reclaim your original light. Oh my god, that is so crazy. Okay, so let's do clarity on the Five of Swords, please, my guides. Thank you. Okay. So for the clarity on the confrontation or the resentment or the hidden truths, um, we have here alignment. You are finding the sweet spot where intention meets flow. Your soul and the universe are beginning to move as one. Listen closely to the harmony unfolding. So because you are aligning yourself, this is a reality of any dynamic, I guess you can say. Being able to openly express any issues so that way things can flow better into harmony, and being able to receive those type of complaints or issues or tensions and arguments. I don't want to say arguments, but discussions, and being able to do that in a very much grounded way, the way a Queen of Pentacles would, in a very logical way. Soul calling. You hear a new call rising from your depths. It asks for commitment, courage, and heart. Say yes to the adventure your soul prepared for long ago. Empowerment. You are stepping into authentic strength, rooted not in force, but in deep knowing. Your power blesses and uplifts others. Own it fully. Weaving light. You are weaving together lessons, memories, and insights. Each thread matters. Trust the beauty emerging from your experiences. So this is basically telling us that um, there's a sense of ascension that you're going through, this transformation of growth that you really are genuinely embodying, and because you're embodying it, it's very much a sense of like breaking free of past past lessons, past I don't want to say commitments, but past ideologies that you used to really believe in. um this sense of like, in order to grow, you have to break through. And in order to break through, you have to break something. You have to break through that illusion. No, not illusion. I'm sorry. That what's the word I'm looking for? You have to break through the glass of that is holding you back, right? But once you break something, what's left over? The mess. Um I think you already kind of broke through. Sorry. I think you already broke through, but now there's a whole mess that you have to clean up, and others are helping you clean up. But there is a sense of like, okay, there's no appreciation here. I feel like people are not feeling appreciated here. So you really have to be like, okay, thank you for helping me during my time of growth. Thank you for being there and supporting me during my time of ascension. Now here's my appreciation. Here's me showing you that I appreciate you. Let's do a little bit more clarity on this Five of Swords. Weaver of emotions. You skillfully weave emotions into wisdom, compassion, and understanding. Your presence heals simply by being. Trust the sacred tapestry you are creating. Interesting. I feel like this is also a test of how much you have grown. It's like, have you really, you can think to yourself like, oh yeah, I absolutely can handle arguments and discussions, and I've grown so much. I'm not as defensive anymore. I'm not as argumentative. I'm not as aggressive. I feel like this is going to be a time where you're going to be tested on that. Like, are you really as balanced and grounded as you say you are, or is this just you telling yourself that? Inner fractures. You feel cracks within your sense of self. These fractures are opportunities to heal and strengthen. See where the light is getting in. Okay. As always, still growing, still ascending, still working on weaving everything together, but you are doing it in a more functional and more mature manner. Okay, let's get a little clarity on the star here. What is the hope that we have here for this situation? Cannot. Clarity on the star, please. Page of Wands. Can I get another card, please? King of Swords and Three of Cups. Once again, 333 could be a sign. 555 as well. Um, Page of Wands, King of Swords, and Three of Cups. The Page of Wands tells us a student, um, a messenger, somebody who is King of Swords, Three of Cups. Let me get one more clarifier for King of Wands. I mean, Page of Wands, sorry. 10 of Cups. So, Three of Cups and 10 of Cups. 3 of Cups is celebration, and 10 of Cups is genuine happiness. And King of Swords tells us that there's a sense of I feel like the situation is gonna go from somebody who had to learn to really express their frustrations or even their desires or what they truly feel is what they want, um and being able to see it from the lens of someone who is very logical, very detached of emotion, and not in a negative way, but very much a sense of like, okay, I can take in all this information and I can logisticize it or make it make sense without being too emotional. And by doing that, when you do have to step into this energy of King of Swords with this person who is a Page of Wands, I feel like it's going to create genuine harmony, a celebration of like, thank you for listening to me. Thank you for allowing me to express myself. Thank you for allowing me to genuinely express the frustration that I feel, because now I feel much better. Um, and this person they are learning to be more expressive of their emotions, of their frustrations, and they're learning. This is somebody who isn't as evolved as you as far as emotional groundedness. Um, and I think this is also a stepping stone for them to become somebody like that, to be able to express things without feeling so aggressive. Maybe they're not quite there yet like you are, but this is somebody who is willing to learn. Um, it's a sense of evolution for them as well, right? And then with the Three of Cups here, it's genuinely going to be good a good solution and a good ending for everyone involved, especially with the Ten of Cups here, clarifying the Page of Wands. It's kind of like all they want is to genuinely be happy. They just want to feel fulfilled, you know? Um, Let me get a little clarifier for King of Swords, please. Not the Three of Cups. We have the Eight of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Um, Okay, so we have somebody who the King of Swords is somebody who is gonna feel trapped in all these new thoughts and all this new knowledge that they have to acquire, but they're gonna find the right I don't train of thought. That's what's coming up to my head. They're gonna find the right train of thought to tackle in order to overcome all the issues, right? The Eight of Swords tells us trapped, blinded. Ace of Swords tells us truth, new truths, a beginning stage of intelligence, basically saying like, here's something new that you're gonna have to process. And I feel like, because with it clarifying the King of Swords, this is just something that I don't want to say mastered, but this is something that you have genuinely needed to learn. This is something that you have to process because this is something that has been going on behind the scenes that you haven't really been aware of. But you will handle it with grace. And the Page of Wands is also unraveling themselves and untrapping themselves from the all these inner thoughts that they keep to themselves, and they're finally going to be able to express it, thus transforming and making another step into the evolution of the King of Swords as well, for them and for you. I feel like you're already kind of, I don't want to say you've mastered it, but you're genuinely more logically and intellectually grounded than this person in your support system. Yeah. Okay. Let's do a clarifier for the Three of Cups. What are we going to celebrate? What are we going to celebrate, Spirit? Queen of Cups. Yeah, there you go. We're going to celebrate the genuine growth of the emotional balance that everyone has been stepping into. The genuine growth of like, here's me. Look at how much I've grown. Look at how much I've been able to handle my emotions for both you and this other person and your support system. It's like this whole energy of maturity in being able to express your feelings. Interesting. And I feel like an actual person is going to be celebrated as well. Like this person is going to feel so much more stronger in being able to be like, damn, I was able to say what I needed to say without being so emotionally aggressive or so defensive and so all over the place. I was able to express myself so freely. Wow, do I feel strong? Wow, do I feel balanced? Why do I feel like I have grown? And I feel like we're all going to celebrate that, you know? So overall, also I want to emphasize Jupiter and Gemini. Um, there was another card here. Cancer. Yeah, Jupiter and Gemini, because for some reason it's coming up a lot here. So, because in the King of Swords it has Jupiter Gemini energy, and then we have the Eight of Swords, which is Jupiter Gemini as well. There are other stuff, other. Oh my god. Um, other astrological aspects here and other astrological placements, I guess you can say, that are involved, but not so much as Jupiter and Gemini and Mars and Capricorn. Um, let's see. I want to do a little bit more on. Oh, this card fell out. Let me just get that real quick. Bro, not a card. It's just a little advertisement. Okay. All right, my spirit guides. What can we do? What can you tell us to close this reading for the Scorpio new moon? Oh, that card did fall. We have. I don't know this deck too much, so I'm just gonna read the guidebook. We have 28, Papillon. Your courage will be rewarded. 29, Phenomenon. Expect the extraordinary. And 30. Wait, what the hell? I thought I shuffled these. Oh my god, they're not even shuffled. You know what? I'm gonna keep them. But they're I don't know how to say this. Raconteur. Raconteur. Can you read that? Raconteur. You are the catalyst. I feel like there's an importance in you being a part of this situation. It's like I feel like anybody else who would have to deal with this person being expressive of their distrust, of their frustrations, of their anger, they're not going to handle it as well as you would. I feel like you're genuinely a big part of this person's transformation as well. Sorry, I'm going to read this real quick. The message of Papillon offers that on the path of transformation and enlightenment, one may encounter both the soft allure of ease and beauty and the sharp prick of challenges. And that heavily, heavily reminds me of this card, the Five of Swords. The beauty and the pricks. Um, the jar as a symbol of containment suggests that these elements coexist and contribute to the richness of the journey. Nice. Um, Now we have number 29, Phenomenon. Phenomenon says the extraordinary is within reach. Illuminate your inner self, reflect your passions, ignite your determination, and let the fusion of intuition and it will guide your actions. Embrace the moon's reflective wisdom and the sun's bold radiance within. This card heralds a time of unfettered creativity and unconventional problem solving. Embrace the unexpected, challenge assumptions, and let your unique perspective be the guiding light in the labyrinth of your existence. Interesting. So, number 30, Raconteur, you are the catalyst. Don't wait for the world to change around you. You are the catalyst. You are the change that is needed. Transform yourself and the world will be different. It is time for you to be an inspirer, an exciter, a catalyst for positive change. In the grand theater of life, you are now the entertainer, engaging in the imaginations of those around you with the sheer brilliance of your spirit. Through your zest for life, you have the power to uplift and transform. And if you are not feeling this way right now, Raconteur says you are stepping into a period where you will on every level, whether that be spiritual or physical, in relationships, work, and all human endeavors. This is not a finite exercise or brief transitory moment in your life. It is the rest of your life. Interesting. So very much a sense of like this is a sense of responsibility for you, but it'll help you for your growth while also helping someone else that is in need of it and trusts you enough to even express that the frustrations that they feel. I feel like this is definitely doesn't have to be work, but it feels more work related, but it also could be very much a sense of like whoever you work with on a daily basis, whether it's not at an actual job. So say it's a home environment, you're a stay-at-home parent where you're constantly working with this person, but there's frustrations that you don't even know this person has. Um, it could be plenty of things, volunteering, school, because you're constantly in when you're working at school, like you're constantly putting in the work, but you have friends, you have people that you talk to that keep your day going, right? And this is frustrations that will be expressed, but they'll be expressed because it's necessary. And then very much a sense of like you are somebody who will guide this situation down the right path for the good of all, right? Okay. Sorry, it took me a while to get there, but I think we got the message. Basically, you're the weaver of emotions. You have a strong power and responsibility for yourself to be able to, and for others, to be able to do um, your skills of manipulation for to be beneficial for others, right? Manipulate the energy and the tension and the anger into transformation of peace and harmony and genuine acceptance of their frustrations, and yet transform that situation into a solution. And the solution is hearing this person or people, um, and being able to be logical about what is the right thing for us to do here. What can we do for us in order for us to balance out this situation? So definitely a very interesting reading, not something I was expecting. Um, Especially with me because I work and I'm like, what's going to happen at work? um, But yeah, I think this is just a bit of a test for you as well. Like, not that the universe is testing you, but you're gonna feel tested. Like, damn, this is something that I really am gonna have to deal with. You know, this is something that I'm gonna have to deal with for the rest of my life. Like, when people are frustrated, when I'm responsible for the people who are here. Say you become an owner or an entrepreneur or a business owner, or a CEO, like somebody in charge with many people beneath you. This is something you're gonna have to learn to deal with. This is probably just another stepping stone into evolving into that person. Like, how are you gonna handle it when this is people who are equal to you? When it's beneath you, I don't want to say beneath you. When it's people who work under you, that's a little different, but this still applies. This mentality of like, I'm at your level now when you're speaking to me, so speak to me. So this is a good learning lesson for everyone. So, and it'll transform you, right? It'll evolve your emotional strengths and your emotional ability to deal with other people's emotions, right? So, yeah, I hope the message resonated. Thank you for listening. I'm very grateful for you guys taking the time to watch this video or listen to it. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting Scorpio new moon. And I think overall, we've grown. I want to say that we have grown. Even if no one has told you, we have definitely grown. We have put some bad habits for ourselves aside and realize that it's time for us to really get it together, ponerlos las pilas, as people say, and be like, you know what, this has been this negative outlook, this negative reaction to certain things is just not something that's beneficial to me. So I rather not deal with it now. I rather learn from it and learn to transmute that anger into constructive solutions for myself and for other people so we can all be happy. We can all work in harmony. So I'll leave it at that. And thank you for listening and take care.